Do you really want to know what it's like to be 60 and single? Let me share my honest experiences and challenges. Society views this stage as a time of loneliness and regret. Do you want to know what it's really like? Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to the channel. One of the biggest challenges I've faced is dealing with the stigma that comes with being single at this age. Society assumes that there must be something wrong with me, that I'm flawed or unlovable in some way. It can be tough to shake off those negative thoughts and remember that my worth isn't defined by my relationship status. The percentage of people who are single varies by age group and gender. In the United States, 36% of people aged 65 and older are single, compared to 23% of people aged 30 to 49. Among women, about half of those aged 65 and older are single, compared to 19% of those aged 30 to 49. Living alone is becoming more common, especially for older people. In Canada, the number of people living alone has more than doubled in the last 35 years. Along with the stigma of being single at this stage is the societal pressure to couple up. Friends and family know that I'm not seeking a relationship, but colleagues and acquaintances still do ask that dreaded, "Are you dating?" question. It can be frustrating to always have to justify my choice and reassure others that I'm happy just the way I am. When someone asks me, "Are you dating?" I have to really stop the urge from saying, "Hell no," and just say a polite, "No, not at this time." Loneliness is also a real challenge for many people in their 60s who are single. We've often outlived our parents, our children have moved out, and sadly, some of the people our age that we know have been passing away. It can be a really isolating experience if you don't have a strong social network or family or friends to support you. I am so fortunate to have a strong support network of trusted friends and family. Whether it's sharing laughter, seeking advice, or simply having someone to talk to during challenging times, these relationships contribute significantly to my sense of well-being. Most of my friendships have been very long-term, and we've seen one another through all of the joys, challenges, tears that life has bestowed upon us. And that shared history brings an incredible amount of love, trust, and support. I also have a sister who lives just a few minutes away from me, and we're very close. And just knowing she's there for me whenever I need her gives me a lot of strength, reassurance, and support. I'm also very fortunate to have my son and his wife live just a few minutes away. They're busy with their own lives, but just knowing that they're there in case I do need them is also very reassuring. My 24-year-old daughter lives a 6-hour drive away, and I miss her terribly, but she too is living her own independent life and forging her own brave journey. Being single and the sole provider for my income brings a unique set of challenges. The responsibility can feel overwhelming at times, knowing that every financial decision falls on my shoulders. There's no safety net, no one else to lean on if things get tight. However, there's also a deep sense of empowerment being the sole decision maker when it comes to my money. And I get to decide exactly how it's spent, whether that's on investments, personal passions, or just a little treat. This freedom allows me to spend my money exactly how I see fit. And that sense of control makes all the hard work worthwhile. But despite these challenges, I've found that being single at 60 has some very real advantages. For one, I have the freedom to do what I want, when I want, without having to consider anyone else's needs or opinions. And this sounds rather selfish when I say it out loud, but it is really nice. I can travel, pursue my hobbies and passions without having to justify any of my actions or time. I've also discovered a sense of self-awareness and confidence that I was never able to develop when I was in a relationship. Being single has forced me to confront my own fears and insecurities. It has forced me to be brave and face challenges without having anyone else to rely upon. I must make every decision for myself, by myself. I have to kill the creepy crawlies. I have to carry the heavy things and do all of the mundane tasks that it takes to run a household. It's forced me to procrastinate less because there's no one else here to do any of the work. I know this guy's not going to do any. I truly feel that this single stage was just a part of the journey that my life was going to take. I've been married twice, the first time for 9 years, the second time for 16. That's 25 years married, and it'll probably be 25 years single. I'd say that's a pretty good balance. I have experienced all the joys and challenges of long-term relationships, and now I'm getting to experience the joy and challenge of being single. One of the biggest lessons it's taught me is that no one else can be responsible for my own happiness. If I'm not happy in myself and with myself, then no other person, no matter how wonderful they may be, can possibly make me happy. Plus, that's way too much pressure to put on anyone to make them responsible for my happiness. One of the most surprising things I've discovered being single and 60 is my sense of purpose and direction in my life right now. I've started pursuing hobbies and activities that I know I would not have if I had to share my time with someone. I've learned to embrace my independence and celebrate my uniqueness, and I've also learned that being 60 and single isn't a limitation, it's actually a liberation. But I can only speak for myself. In conclusion, being single and 60 is far from the gloomy picture that society often paints. It can be a time of growth, self-discovery, and empowerment. It's a chance to rewrite our own stories and create a life that's authentic and meaningful to us. Thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. I'm so glad that you did. Please like and subscribe so that I can grow my channel. If you're single and 60, leave a comment below and let me know about your experience. Until next time, take care, and I hope this day brings you peace and positivity.